This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Just a little bit of a review for you today, and let me tell you what this stems from. I've been getting a bit nostalgic for the 90s. Back then I was doing a lot of gigging, and a couple of pedals that I used to rely on for different types of overdrive were the Tube Screamer. Who hasn't used one of those and used that as an overdrive sound? And another one that I was very fond of was the Marshall Guvnor. And as I say, I've been getting a bit nostalgic for those days, and I thought I'll head over to eBay and pick myself up a second-hand Guvnor from the 90s. How expensive can that be? And as you can see, it can be that expensive. So I thought, okay, yeah, time to rethink. And it just occurred to me that, you know, given that most of my playing these days is in this little room here, and I'm plugged into, you know, Reaper for recording and stuff, there's got to be a plugin out there that does that sort of Guvnor sound. And I found this one, the Soft Drive GV plugin, which purports to do a authentic recreation of that legendary 90s Marshall Guvnor tone, and that's what we're going to evaluate today. It's a free plugin, so I thought, well, it's got to be worth a go, hasn't it? Now, the two things that the Guvnor was really good for was you could plug it into pretty much any amp and get something that sounded very Marshall-y out of it. It would get you a Marshall-esque tone out of pretty much any old amplifier you plugged it into. And then if you plugged it into a Marshall amplifier, it made it sound like a Marshall on steroids. So those are the two aspects we're looking at today. First of all, let's set a baseline control. We're going to go for a fairly flat sounding clean amp model. I'm using the Blue Cat free amp here on like a clean Fendery kind of tone, and I've also got a Red Wires impulse response on the back end of it. I'm going to be using the Gordon Smith GS 1.5 for all of the examples in this video, and that's on its bridge humbucker setting. So without further ado, here's the baseline, the control, the basic clean sound that we're going to try and marshal up. And now let's hear what that sounds like if we kick the Soft Drive GV plugin into it. So that does give it a slightly kind of Marshall-y, gritty, kind of congested, in a good way, kind of edge to it. And just for the giggles of it, let's hear how that compares to what I think is a brilliantly authentic Marshall Plexi amp model, which is again the Blue Cat free amp on its classic drive setting. So obviously there is a difference there, isn't there? You know, but you know, just to kind of marshal up or marshalize, if you want, if there is such a word, that basic clean amp, it didn't do a bad job. Now let's have a listen to what it sounds like if we go for, like, as I say, the Blue Cat free amp on its classic drive setting. You know, just doing a little bit of lead guitar noodling, and then we'll hear it again with the GV plugin. So here's the sound without the plugin. And now let's see if it gives it that Marshall on steroids kind of sound when I kick in the virtual Guvnor pedal. Didn't it do well? As I was playing that, I was tempted to break into all kinds of riffs from Gary Moore's Still Got the Blues album, you know, Moving On, Pretty Woman, all that kind of stuff. It's just got that that sort of Gary Moore Still Got the Blues era guitar tone to it, or you can get pretty close to it. You know, and famously Gary used the JTM 45 Marshall and a Guvnor into the front end of that as his main tone throughout that album. So yeah, very, very impressed with the Soft Drive GV plugin, especially the fact that it's free. I have paid good money for you know, software that doesn't give me a guitar tone that I like as much as this. I'll link to the Blue Cat preamp and the Redwire's impulse response, and of course the you know, the Soft Drive GV plugin. All of those links are down in the description if you want to go and grab them and try them out for yourself. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you found the video informative and useful, and if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so, and why not give me a like while you're at it. If you're interested in supporting the channel, all of the links are alongside everything else down there in the description. You can enroll on courses, you can join my Patreon, all manner of things you can do to help me keep the lights on around here. Thank you so much if you're doing anything like that already, and thank you in advance if you're thinking of doing so. And with that, I'll bid you all a good day and say stay well, folks, stay safe, look after yourselves, and above all, stay sane, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.